My name is NonStopAntonio, and I've been watching animes for the first time ever. Right now, we're on number 18, which is going to be Naruto, my first introduction into the big three. I haven't watched Naruto, I haven't watched Bleach, and I haven't watched One Piece yet, but now I'm jumping in to the first little bit of Naruto. The way I'm going to be constructing these videos is that we're going to be watching each arc, then talking about it. I would do an anime react for this, but because Naruto is so goddamn long, it's kind of hard to do that without taking years to cover the anime. So instead, I'm going to watch the whole arc, talk about it, then move on to the next one, and do it that way. Also, because the seasons aren't really split up into proper seasons, it's easier to do it the arc way. Which, if I do get to some arcs that are like 3-4 episodes, I'll do a few of them at a time rather than doing like a 2-minute video for one. Unless you want to see that, so let me know down in the comments. So let's jump into my review, recap, and my thoughts on everything Naruto for the first arc, the Land of the Waves arc, and the prologue. Welcome to NonStopAntonio, where I talk about everything nerdy. I love Marvel, DC, and anime, and if you do too, I hope you enjoy this video. I like how this anime started off showing us Naruto's father going against the nine-tailed fox demon, which was gigantic as he was protecting the village hidden in the leaves, and I really like how it just kind of showed us the origin of Naruto and how they put the fox demon inside of him to protect the whole village. But it also kind of shows how Naruto's an outcast to the village because everyone just sees the nine-tailed fox and they don't see anything else. They just see a possible threat that if it gets unlocked, it could kill everyone in the village. Which is so sad because Naruto has no family and no one likes him and people won't let their kids around him, and you just feel bad for the kid because he's just an outcast and he's just a kid. He's not doing anything wrong. He's just treated like nothing. But I like how this kind of motivates him because he wants to be Hokage and he wants to be the best that there is. And this is his goal. This is what I like about animes too, is that there's always the main character that goes around and is just so determined to get their goal done that they won't let anything stop in their way. And I like that motivation, and that's probably why I like anime so much, because I love that motivation, seeing the main character just push through everything to achieve their goal. And most of the time, their goal is to be a better person and to help everyone around them, which is amazing. I'm a sucker for the hero arcs, and I love it. And I like how this just really starts off showing us that he's doing his best to try to be the best there is, but he's failing at it. He fails his shinobi test, and then you have Mizuki who comes around, and because Naruto is such an impressionable kid, he's able to convince him to go steal one of the secret scrolls. And because Naruto does it, everyone kind of freaks the hell out, like, oh shit, Naruto just stole this, we gotta go find him, thinking that Naruto has betrayed them, not really knowing what's going on. And I love how Naruto just reads a little bit of it, but he's able to master the Shadow Clone Jutsu. Even though he wasn't able to just make a normal clone, he's able to master the Shadow Clone Jutsu, really showing how strong he is. And if he's able to figure this out, you know he's gonna get stronger and stronger as the series goes on. And I like how this all sets up the mother of all truth bombs for Naruto, because he didn't know where he came from, what's really inside of him, until Mizuki tells him and just drops it, thinking he's gonna like startle this kid and he's gonna be able to defeat him, until Iruka Sensei comes in and helps Naruto, takes a shuriken to the back, which honestly, when I saw that happen, I thought he was dead. I thought that was gonna be like Naruto's moment, like, oh shit, my sensei died, I need to step up, but no, he lived. People in this show can take a real goddamn beating and they can still get up and fight. Like, he took a shuriken to the back. I surely thought he was dead. But Naruto has his own little plan and pretends to run away and just tackles him with the Shadow Clone Jutsu, showing that he's mastered it. And I really like seeing it because Iruka Sensei is like, oh shit, Naruto passed, he's a ninja now. It's awesome. I don't know, there's just something about someone passing a test after failing it and becoming what they're supposed to be that's just very heartwarming and really motivational as well. And I just love seeing it, and it gives me good feelings when I'm watching it. Also, the humor in this anime is really fun. Like, some people say, oh, it's a little childish, but it makes sense. They're children. Of course it's going to be childish, and I like that humor, and I wish I watched Naruto growing up, because I think I would have really liked it when I was growing up with it as well. I think I would have probably had a better experience with it if I started watching Naruto when I was a kid and grew up with the characters, but I'm here now, and I'm already enjoying it. Also, one of the things that completely caught me off guard is the sexy jutsu. I knew it was a thing, however, I did not think it would be in episode 1. And I don't know what it is with anime, but why does it, every single time there's a hot girl on screen in front of them, blood shoots out of their nose? I don't understand that, so someone let me know down in the comments, because it's in so many animes, and I do not understand why. I also love because Naruto is this outcast, and he doesn't give a shit about anyone around him. Like, he doesn't care what people say to him, because he's so used to being this outcast that when he's talking to the Hokage, and Konohamaru comes in, and tries to kill his grandfather so he can become the Hokage, and Naruto just slaps him upside the head, and he does not give a shit, because everyone treats Konohamaru as like this kid that they need to watch out for because he's the Hokage's grandson. They need to treat him right. But Naruto doesn't care, and I love how because of that, Konohamaru looks up to him because of it. Like, so you have everyone else treating you special, but you have one guy who does not care who you are. You're gonna like him a lot more because he doesn't treat you special. He just treats you like you're everyone else, which it, again, shows how Naruto is a great character. And I love how Konohamaru looks up to Naruto and is like, I'm gonna be your rival. And it just, they have so many interactions going forward that I just really enjoyed, but we'll talk about that when we get to it. And since Naruto is now in the shinobi and he's passed his test, he's going into the classes to really learn how to be one and get put into his group of 3. Which I love this whole classroom scene, showing all the different classmates and who's going to be, you know, the main characters and who's going to be in this anime. We have Sakura and Sasuke, who I actually knew before going into this. Like, I knew their names because my friends are really big Naruto fans. They're part of Naruto's team and they're a group of 3. And I absolutely love how Naruto's in Sasuke's face and someone bumps into him and he kisses Sasuke. And I was like, what just happened? I laughed my ass off during that scene. And I texted my buddy, I'm like, Naruto just kissed Sasuke, and he's like, what? I'm like, dude, it's in the first few episodes. What do you mean, what? You're such a big Naruto fan. How many times have you watched this through? And then he clicked in his brain. He's like, oh yeah, that scene. Which was hilarious, because you have all the girls obsessing over Sasuke, and no one cares about Naruto, and Naruto obsesses over Sakura. But then you have Hinata, who's just sitting in the back, just like, oh, Naruto. And I just find it so funny that you have, like, kind of not really a love triangle, but you have one obsessing over the other, and then just someone in the background obsessing over the one that doesn't even realize she's there. Even though I do know what happens in the future because this anime has been around for a long time. It's one of the big 3. I've heard things, and again, I have multiple friends that watch this. But I am looking forward to seeing how their interactions progress through the future. I also really like learning about Sasuke and how he's the last of the Uchiha clan, which I don't actually think is true because of what happens in this arc. But Sasuke is a freaking badass. I like how he's like this cool dude that's just kind of there. He doesn't care about anyone, and he's just trying to push forward because his whole family is dead. Well, at least not his brother, because I believe the way they explained it in this first arc that his brother killed their whole clan. I don't know yet, but I'm very intrigued to finding out more of the backstory, and I'm sure that's going to be its own arc in itself, finding out about where Sasuke came from, the Uchiha clan, and everything going on around them. And I find it ironic that both Naruto and Sasuke are actually very similar in a sense, because they both have no family, they're kind of alone, and they're kind of outcasts in their own way, except Sasuke is more of an inner outcast where he doesn't want to deal with anyone, where Naruto is outcasted by everyone else. And I like how when Sakura turns around to Sasuke and she's like, oh, Naruto's annoying. He has no parents and all alone. And I love how Sasuke turns around to her and is like, you're annoying. Because he's going through literally the same thing where he has no one. And she just said that Naruto's annoying because of that, which Sasuke can actually understand that. And I love the reaction because it's just, Sasuke's a savage. That's just a savage remark right there. You're annoying. I think under this first arc, my favorite character is Kakashi, because Kakashi is freaking awesome. Like, the way he talks, the way he deals with his students, and also how goddamn powerful the dude is. Kakashi is great. I love him. And I can't wait to see how Kakashi is presented going forward, because of the fact that the dude can just wreck people. He's a badass, and I cannot wait to see some of the really OP fights going in the future, because him versus Zabuza, amazing. Freaking awesome. And I know the fights are just going to get more and more intense as we progress through the story. I really like how he taught Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura how to work as a team, because he tries to get them to go after him and take him down, but he's so OP, he's just like knocking them left, right, and center, and they aren't able to really work as a team to actually do anything together. They're all working individually, and it's not working whatsoever. And then he shows Sakura Sasuke's body all beat and broken. I'm like, god damn, Kakashi, you're just traumatizing these kids. Like, absolutely pushing them to their limits. And Sasuke is actually able to, like, knock him off his guard for a second and make him pay attention to the fight, because at first he's just reading the book. And I like that really shows Sasuke's skills and his strength, and that he's someone that shouldn't be messed with lightly. And the whole point of this test was the fact that wanted them to not just listen to orders blindly and actually work together to find a way to beat Kakashi. And that's shown when Naruto's tied up and they're like, you cannot feed him. Don't feed him or you guys fail. But Sasuke and Sakura decide to share, and Kakashi comes up and is like, you passed the test. You never leave a ninja behind. You always help your friend. You don't follow orders blindly. You have to think for yourself, because there's going to be situations where orders aren't going to work and you need to know what to do so that you don't die. Which is great. It really shows that these kids need to learn how to work as a team and also think for themselves so they know what they're doing. And then we get to their first real mission, because they just get thrown into this shit within the first little while. And it's all also because Naruto's like, I want to do a mission. I don't want to do any of this dumb errands. I want to do a mission. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. So they get put in one where they think it's not that bad. They just gotta bring this bridge builder back to his town and protect him, because apparently people are after him. But the thing is, they didn't know that ninjas were after him. And when they get attacked, yeah, they weren't prepared for that. But Kakashi was one step ahead. And I love how when Naruto gets stabbed and gets poisoned, Kakashi's like, hey, you gotta get that out or you're gonna die. And Naruto just grabs his kunai and stabs himself in the hand. And I love how he's just like standing there like, he's showing he's so hard. And Kakashi's like, well, if you don't deal with that right now, you're gonna bleed out. And he freaks the hell out. Which also, right after, just shows how powerful he is because he's healing. So Naruto has a healing factor, which I didn't really see coming, but it makes 100% sense. If there's a demon residing within him who's extremely powerful, it would make sense for him to have a healing factor. Really, they threw us into this really quickly, because as soon as they do that little fight with the two ninjas, we get to meet Zabuza, who is a freaking menace. And I like how everyone thinks this guy's an actual demon, but he's just a regular dude who's just really strong. And the first fight was absolutely insane, because we learn about Kakashi's Sharingan, which by looking at people, he can learn and copy their moves. That is freaking cool. It's like a copycat. And I really like how we learn about that during this. And then later we see Sasuke get the same eyes, which means, well, I'm pretty sure which means Kakashi and Sasuke are from the same village. So Kakashi's from the Uchiha clan. When we get to the second Zabuza fight, we'll talk about that. The first fight with Zabuza was also really just intense, because you have Zabuza seeming like he catches Kakashi, but then ends up being a water clone, so he does it in reverse. And Kakashi gets Zabuza, but then Zabuza puts another Uno reverse and captures Kakashi in a water prison, which is just like, holy shit, just boom, 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 back and forth. And I'm just sitting on the edge of my seat like, oh, what's gonna happen? Like, I know Kakashi lives, but what the hell is gonna happen? And because I am a absolute sucker for hero moments, I love how Naruto comes in, demands that he's gonna beat Zabuza, he's not gonna run away, and he charges at Zabuza just to get his headband back, and then he's ready to fight. And then him and Sasuke do a team up, which was really cool, because you see him pass Sasuke a shuriken, and you're like, oh shit, this is a giant ass shuriken. And then when he throws it, you find out Naruto was one of the other shurikens, and he's able to throw his kunai at Zabuza. It's like, bruh, what is going on? What is going on? But that was just enough for Kakashi to break free and absolutely slam freaking Zabuza using the water dragon and the vortex, which was freaking awesome to fight. The visuals in this for an older anime is phenomenal. It looks so goddamn good. And I really thought they beat Zabuza there. I'm like, holy shit, Kakashi beat him with all the freaking awesome moves. But then you have the tracker coming in and taking the body, which we find out later is Haku, who was working with Zabuza. Like, you think Zabuza's done. He's dead, but he's not. He's gone. And I like how Kakashi puts it together. He's like, wait, why would the tracker take the body away? Usually they do it right there and then when they're dealing with it. Kakashi's so goddamn smart. The dude figures out everything within a second of it happening or a little bit after. So the only reason I think he didn't realize it right there and then is because he used so much power he passed out. And speaking of Haku, he was a really interesting character because he seemed like he was actually genuinely good, especially when he meets Naruto in the forest while Naruto's trying to train his chakra and run up the tree. He seemed like a generally good person. To Zabuza, he was only ever a weapon. He was a tool to be used. But if it wasn't for Zabuza, he would only be alone. And Zabuza brought him in and trained him, which kind of gave them a good mentor-mentee relationship where even though he thought himself as a tool, it was a lot more than that. And we learn about that at the very end of the second fight with Zabuza, which was honestly just a fantastic moment for the characters overall. But before I get too far into that, because there's so much to talk about just with that one fight alone, I like how when they're learning the chakra, they show that Sakura is actually able to channel her chakra a lot more and go up the tree, which is like the one thing she's able to do this entire time. Because out of this whole arc, she just stands there 90% of the time and just yells, Naruto, Sasuke! It does nothing else. I'm like, Naruto and Sasuke do all the heavy lifting and she's just standing there. Which it was nice to see that she's actually stronger at them with her chakra, at least right now. Where even Kakashi says that Naruto and Sasuke have a very great potential for the chakra to grow. And I like how while they're training with their chakra, we have them in this village where we meet this kid Anari, which he doesn't think that anyone should be a hero. He doesn't want to stand up to anything because of the fact that he watched his father figure get killed in front of him by Gato, who took over this village because he wants to control the exports. He doesn't want them building the bridge because if they do, they won't need him anymore. And, you know, money. Like any business, they only care about money. And I really like how when we do get into the Zabuza fight, we have Naruto saving Anari and his mother, and also Naruto showing Inari by being just himself, being so determined, never backing down, and having the will to fight, that it inspires Inari to go to the rest of the village and get them to help stand up to Gato and his thugs. Because if they don't, they're never going to be done with this. They're never going to have this guy who's freaking controlling their village and making them all scared that they're going to die. He's never going to go away unless they all stand up, which I really like how Naruto is able to inspire this kid to inspire his whole village. You know, I think that's a great interlude into the Zabuza fight too, because that fight alone was freaking crazy, especially for character moments and where characters went, and that's why I'm really liking this anime, and because of this exactly. Because of Haku being thrown into the mix too with this fight, there's just so much more emotional and intense moments that go on during it. Because while they're all getting cut off, you know, you got Sakura protecting the bridge builder, you got Kakashi watching Zabuza, but then you have Haku versus Sasuke, and Haku uses a crystal mirror attack to block Sasuke in this dome of mirrors that he's able to go in between, which is a freaking crazy move. I was thinking Mirror Master because of DC Comics. I was like, shit, this is kind of like Mirror Master, which was cool. And, you know, I love how Sasuke is trying to fight, but he's taking a goddamn beating, and I love how when Naruto comes in for the save, he's outside and Sasuke's in, and Sasuke's like, oh great, Naruto's here. If he stays on the outside, I'm on the inside, we have a chance of fighting this. And then he turns around, and Naruto's standing right beside him, which just ruins the plan completely. Now they're both trapped in this freaking dome, which was just a hilarious moment. I laughed my ass off during it. I'm like, goddamn Naruto. And during this, when they're trapped in that dome, we find out that this is Haku's Kekkei Genkai, which is a hidden jutsu that's only passed down through bloodlines, which is really interesting because it makes me wonder what other, you know, jutsus there are, because the Sharingan eyes that Kakashi have are also a Kekkei Genkai, which later shows that Sasuke also has those eyes, which makes me think, like I said earlier, that makes me think that Kakashi is also from the Uchiha clan, like Sasuke, which is really freaking awesome that they both have these Sharingan eyes, because Kakashi has one, which makes me wonder why he didn't have both his eyes, but Sasuke has both, which, now that I actually think about it, if Kakashi only has one, does that mean he took someone's eye and put it in him? Like, I don't know how these powers work, but if this is something we learn later, please don't spoil it for me, because I want to learn as I'm experiencing it. After Sasuke's taking the beating, protecting Naruto, because Naruto's getting absolutely slammed, Sasuke's making sure he doesn't get hit, and he's blocking the attacks, the Sharingan eyes come out, and it's just like such a big moment to be like, holy shit, Sasuke has the same freaking power. That is awesome. And it was so freaking cool showing Sasuke protecting him at all costs, because of the fact that Haku doesn't want to kill them. He doesn't have any intention of killing these kids, but he kind of has to fight because of Zabuza, and because they won't back down, he has to keep going. And Sasuke and Naruto aren't just going to back down. There's no way. So it's kind of a very difficult moment for this character, and I really like where it leads to. Because you have Sasuke taking the beating, it looks like Sasuke dies. Like, he looks like he dies. Like, I know he wasn't going to die because he's a main character of the series, and Boruto is a thing. God damn, was that an intense fight. Because then Naruto just absolutely loses it and snaps, and you see the nine-tailed fox power comes out, and he freaking punches Haku through his mirrors, which freaking dope. I like seeing different power levels and seeing these characters unlock them, because I know it's just gonna get more and more intense as we go forward, because I've seen some images and I gotta watch what's gonna happen, because I know Naruto's gonna get pretty goddamn OP in the future. And one of the great parts about this moment too is how Kakashi senses the nine-tailed fox and is like, oh shit, I gotta deal with that, because he thinks it's about to get released, so he's gotta stop Naruto, which is probably a very difficult situation for him, because he would have to take Naruto out to stop the nine-tailed demon, but then when he realizes it's being controlled, he's like, okay, we're good. That's such a hard position to be in as a mentor, because you're like, oh, I'm training this kid to be powerful, but if something happens, he's screwed. He's so goddamn screwed, because they have to take him down, because if he can't control the nine-tailed fox, that thing's gonna kill a lot more people than if they just take out Naruto. And I am sure more situations like that are gonna happen in the future, because now that they know Naruto can release some of that power, they're still gonna worry that he might release all of it and it's gonna get really goddamn dark. And they're gonna have to take down Naruto, which I have no idea if that's gonna happen at some point, but I'm really looking forward to seeing how they deal with his power and just the general aspect of the nine-tailed fox. It was really interesting too during this, after Naruto does knock Haku out, he realizes who Haku is, because he met him in the forest, and it makes him hesitate. Like, he doesn't want to hurt this kid. He knows this kid's a good kid, but he has to fight him. And I like how Haku's like, kill me. You have to kill me. Which is just so goddamn dark until Zabuza's about to get freaking killed by Kakashi because Kakashi got the upper hand on him using his freaking dogs that came out of nowhere. And then you have Haku jumping in front of Zabuza while Kakashi using a freaking lightning blade, which looked awesome, by the way, and kills him, which is just so goddamn dark. And I was shocked. I was like, holy shit. And you could even see everyone was shocked. Kakashi was shocked that he just freaking killed this kid right in front of him. And just like, goddamn, what is happening right now? Naruto got so goddamn dark really quickly, but I'm sure this isn't the last dark part we're gonna see, and I'm sure it's gonna get so much worse as we go forward. But this section led into such an emotional moment because Zabuza is talking about how he's just a tool, you know, he did his purpose, and then Naruto turns around and is like, you don't care about him at all? He did everything for you. He lived for you, and you're saying he was just a tool, he meant nothing? And I love how they kind of, all this anger, Naruto just kept forcing and proving his point, that it made Zabuza realize, oh shit, what have I done? It really shows that this monster of a person, deep down, cared for Haku. Like, very deep down. And he realizes that he messed up. He should have treated him more as family and really treated him better than just a tool. Which then you have Gato coming in and with his gang of goons to take him out and saying, Zabuza, you're fired. We don't need you no more. Which is, you're gonna tell that to an assassin that probably kill you in 2 seconds? That's a real dumb move, dude. And then after Naruto gives him shit for not caring about Haku, he just takes a knife in his mouth and just starts obliterating the goons and going and taking out Gato, which was a fantastic moment showing this monster kind of redeeming himself in a sense, at least in the eyes of Naruto, showing that he truly did care about Haku. And I like that when he's about to die, he gets Kakashi to put his body next to Haku, and he finally admits that he cares about him, and he starts to cry a little bit. Which is just a touching moment for such a very dark scene and a monster of a person having feelings come out and realizing that they are human too and that their humanity really shows. And I like how it also kind of shows that Zabuza goes to a better plane of existence because of Haku, instead of going to a hellish one that really he should be going to of all the horrendous things he's done in the past. Really showing that Haku was the light in him, and because of Haku, he became a better person at the end. And then we find out Sasuke never died, because obviously he wasn't going to die, and Haku just put him in the state, because it shows, again, Haku didn't want to kill them, and he wasn't going to. He just wanted to knock them out, so he didn't have to be forced to kill these other people who are good people. Which I really like. Overall, this anime was absolutely fantastic. Like, everything that went around it, even in this first arc, like, there's still so much to watch, but I cannot wait to experience everything with these characters as they grow, as they learn, as they become more powerful, and how they truly are the heroes. This is going to be a great big 3 to watch. I don't know which other one I'm going to go to next. This one's going to take me a while to watch in itself, but I'm really glad I started watching this, and I'm really enjoying it so far. I really like Naruto, Sasuke, and Kakashi so far, and Sakura's, we'll see. There's a bunch of other characters I know I'm looking forward to. Like, I've heard a lot of things about Rock Lee that's supposed to be really good, so I'm looking forward to seeing more of him in the upcoming episodes for whenever he shows up. And I really like this. So let me know what you thought of the prologue and the Lands of the Waves arc for Naruto. What were your thoughts of the first arc? Do you like the way I did this video? Because I would do reactions. It's just, it's just way too long to do a reaction for. And I'm very interested to seeing what's going to go forward. Because even though I know pieces from Naruto, like I've seen images, I don't really know the story at all, so I don't know the characters' names, other than Kakashi, Sakura, Naruto, and Sasuke, of course, and Hinata. Otherwise, I'm still learning everything for my first time, and I'm really enjoying it so far. I think the next arc is the Chunin exams, so I can't wait to watch that, because that is a longer arc, and I might have to change up my way for the video, because that's a goddamn long, I think it's like 40 episodes. But what did you think of my 18th ever anime, the first arc of Naruto? Let me know down in the comments. And again, let me know what your favorite part was during this arc. What did you think of the fights? Let me know down in the comments. And if you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It helps out the channel a lot, and I would really appreciate it. And if you want to see more of my other anime series, it's going to be linked down in the description, plus the reactions as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.